Planning a cruise to Mazatlán? In this guide, we'll show you what to expect when you arrive, how to get around, the city's top attractions, local foods to try, and a few fascinating facts that make Mazatlán unlike any other port on the Mexican Riviera. If you enjoy practical cruise guides, destination tips, and advice to help you make the most of your time ashore, consider subscribing so you never miss an upcoming destination. Now, let's explore Mazatlán. Mazatlán is located on Mexico's Pacific coast in the state of Sinaloa, approximately 240 miles south of the Arizona border. Although your cruise ship docks directly at the pier, you'll quickly notice that you're arriving at a working industrial port, rather than a traditional cruise terminal. Passengers aren't permitted to walk directly from the ship into the city. Instead, all cruise guests board a complimentary shuttle that transports passengers safely through the secure port area to the passenger terminal. The ride usually takes just a few minutes and is a normal part of visiting Mazatlán. Once you arrive at the passenger terminal, you'll find tour operators, local vendors, and souvenir shops. And, just outside the terminal, the famous pulmonías, Mazatlán's colorful open-air taxis that have become one of the city's most recognizable attractions. If you're planning to explore on foot, you'll also notice a blue line painted along the sidewalk outside the terminal. Simply follow the line and it will guide you toward Plaza Machado in the historic center, making it easy for independent travelers to find their way. You may also find friendly local volunteers offering free city maps and answering questions before you begin your adventure. Before leaving the cruise terminal, double-check your ship's all-aboard time and allow extra time for traffic and the complimentary shuttle back through the industrial port. Once you arrive at the passenger terminal, getting around Mazatlán is surprisingly easy. One of Mazatlán's most iconic riding experiences is riding in a pulmonía, an open-air taxi that's unique to the city. These colorful vehicles first appeared in 1965, and according to local legend, residents joked that riding in the open air would give passengers pneumonia. The nickname stuck, and today the pulmonía has become one of Mazatlán's best-known symbols. Pulmonías don't use meters, so it's always a good idea to agree on the fare before your ride begins. Another popular way to see the city is aboard Mazatlán's open-top sightseeing bus, which offers hop-on, hop-off service to many of the city's major attractions. If you're planning to explore on foot, look for the blue line painted along the sidewalk outside the terminal. It guides visitors toward Plaza Machado in the heart of Centro Histórico, making it easy for independent travelers to navigate without constantly checking a map. Mazatlán offers something for every type of traveler. Whether you're interested in history, culture, photography, shopping, or simply relaxing by the ocean, you'll find plenty to enjoy during your visit. A great place to begin your adventure is the Malecón, Mazatlán's famous oceanfront promenade stretching approximately 13 miles along the Pacific Ocean. Considered one of the longest waterfront promenades in the world, it's the perfect place to experience the city's coastal beauty. As you stroll along the Malecón, you'll enjoy panoramic ocean views, public art, sculptures, monuments, cafes, beaches, and scenic viewpoints that celebrate Mazatlán's rich maritime history. One of the first landmarks you'll encounter is the beautiful Monumento a la Continuidad de la Vida, or Monument to the Continuity of Life. This impressive fountain features a golden couple standing atop a giant seashell, while playful dolphins leap through the surrounding water. The giant shell symbolizes the cycle of life, a concept found in several ancient cultures, including the Aztecs. As you continue your walk, keep an eye out for the colorful Mazatlán letters, one of the city's most popular photo opportunities. Nearby stands the Monumento al Pescador, a tribute to the generations of fishermen whose hard work helped shape Mazatlán into one of Mexico's premier fishing ports. Together, these monuments transform the Malecón into a beautiful open-air gallery that blends art, history, and spectacular ocean scenery. Centro Histórico from the Malecón. It's an easy walk into Centro Histórico, where Mazatlán's rich history comes to life. Colorful colonial buildings, tree-lined streets, outdoor cafes, and beautifully restored plazas create one of the most charming historic districts on Mexico's Pacific coast. At its center is Plaza Machado, the city's cultural heart and a favorite gathering place for both locals and visitors. Just a short walk away is the magnificent Catedral Basilica de la Inmaculada Concepción, whose distinctive yellow twin towers have become one of Mazatlan's most recognizable landmarks. Nearby, you'll also find the beautifully restored Angela Peralta Theater, an architectural gem that has hosted performances for more than a century. If you'd like to experience everyday local life, stop by Mercado Pino Suarez, one of the city's oldest public markets. Here you'll discover fresh seafood, tropical fruit, and local specialties while experiencing the authentic rhythm of Mazatlan beyond the tourist areas. For breathtaking panoramic views, consider visiting El Faro, one of the highest naturally situated lighthouses in the Americas. Located atop Cerro del Creston, the hike is moderately challenging, but the reward is spectacular. From the summit, you'll enjoy sweeping views of the Pacific Ocean, the harbor, downtown Mazatlan, and miles of beautiful coastline. Another longtime Mazatlan tradition is El Clavadista, where skilled cliff divers carefully time the incoming waves before diving into a narrow channel below. Watching the divers wait patiently for just the right moment makes this thrilling performance even more impressive. Across from the El Clavadista cliff diving viewpoint is La Cueva del Diablo, or the Devil's Cave. Local legend says it's a gateway to the underworld, but historians believe it was actually used to store dynamite during the Mexican Revolution. If your perfect cruise day includes sand and sunshine, Mazatlan offers several beautiful beaches. Playa Gaviotas is one of the city's most popular beaches, known for its soft golden sand, gentle surf, and nearby restaurants. Playa Sabalo provides a quieter atmosphere that's perfect for long walks along the shoreline. Meanwhile, Playa Olas Altas combines beautiful ocean views with the historic charm of Old Mazatlan and is especially picturesque during sunrise and sunset. Whether you prefer sightseeing, adventure, or simply relaxing by the ocean, Mazatlan offers shore excursions for every type of traveler. One of the easiest ways to get acquainted with the city is aboard the open-top double-decker sightseeing bus. The route passes many of Mazatlan's most popular landmarks, including the Malecon, Centro Histórico, Plaza Machado, the Cathedral, and the famous cliff diving area. Learning about local history and culture, guided city tours provide a deeper look at Mazatlan's colonial architecture, historic neighborhoods, and important landmarks, while local guides share stories you might otherwise miss. For those looking for a little more excitement, ATV and UTV excursions take visitors beyond the city to explore rugged trails, scenic viewpoints, and the surrounding countryside. Mazatlan's warm Pacific waters also offer plenty of opportunities to get out on the water. Depending on the season and your cruise line's offerings, you may find catamaran cruises, snorkeling, kayaking, paddleboarding, or sailing excursions. Horseback riding excursions along the beach or through the countryside provide a slower, more relaxing way to experience the area's natural beauty. Many tours are suitable for beginners and offer memorable photo opportunities. Sport fishing Mazatlan has long been recognized as one of Mexico's premier sport fishing destinations. Anglers from around the world come here hoping to catch marlin, sailfish, tuna, dorado, and other prized game fish. If your idea of the perfect cruise day is simply unwinding, several beach clubs offer day passes that include comfortable lounge chairs, swimming pools, food and beverage service, and direct beach access. It's a wonderful option for travelers who want to enjoy a relaxing day without planning a busy sightseeing schedule. One of the best parts of visiting Mazatlan is experiencing its incredible food and vibrant local culture. One dish you won't want to miss is aguachile. Made with fresh shrimp marinated in lime juice, chilies, cucumber, and onions, it's light, refreshing, and one of the signature flavors of Sinaloa. Another local favorite is pescado zarandeado, a whole fish that's seasoned, grilled over an open flame, and traditionally served family style. If seafood isn't your first choice, try chilorio, a slow-cooked shredded pork specialty seasoned with regional spices and chilies. Of course, no visit to Mazatlan would be complete without mentioning Cerveceria del Pacifico, founded here in 1900. Today, Pacifico beer is enjoyed throughout Mexico and remains a point of local pride. As you explore the city, you'll often hear the lively sounds of banda music drifting through plazas, restaurants, and along the waterfront. With its energetic brass instruments and festive atmosphere, Banda has become one of Mazatlan's most recognizable traditions and adds to the city's unique personality. A little preparation can make your visit to Mazatlan even more enjoyable. Here are a few practical tips to help you make the most of your day ashore. Mazatlan is generally manageable for travelers with mobility needs, especially in the main tourist areas, though accessibility varies throughout the city. The Malecon is the most accessible area, offering a wide, flat, paved waterfront promenade suitable for wheelchairs, mobility scooters, and walkers. The Blue Line from the cruise port provides an easy-to-follow walking route into the historic center, with volunteer assistance often available along the way. Sidewalks outside the Malecon can be uneven, with occasional curbs, cobblestones, and broken pavement. Port shuttles, open-air trolleys, are wheelchair-accessible with ramps, while pulmonías and taxis don't have ramps but can usually accommodate foldable manual wheelchairs with driver assistance. Gran Acuario Mazatlan is the city's most wheelchair-friendly attraction, featuring ramps, elevators, and wide pathways. Mexico's official currency is the Mexican peso. Major credit cards are widely accepted at restaurants, shops, and many attractions, but it's still helpful to carry some cash for smaller purchases, local markets, or transportation. Although many businesses in tourist areas accept US dollars, you'll often receive a better exchange rate when paying in pesos. Mazatlan enjoys warm weather throughout much of the year. The dry season, from November through May, is the most popular time to visit. Expect warm, comfortable days with temperatures in the upper 70s to mid-80s and very little rainfall, making it ideal for sightseeing and outdoor activities. The wet season runs from June through October, bringing hotter temperatures, higher humidity, and brief tropical downpours. July and August are typically the warmest months, while August and September receive the most rainfall. Mazatlan welcomes hundreds of thousands of cruise passengers each year and is considered one of Mexico's most popular cruise destinations. Like any major tourist destination, it's always wise to remain aware of your surroundings, keep valuables secure, and avoid displaying expensive jewelry or large amounts of cash. If you plan to swim, choose beaches with calmer conditions and pay attention to local warning flags and lifeguard instructions, as ocean currents can change throughout the day. One important reminder for cruise visitors: Mexico prohibits the importation and possession of vapes, disposable e-cigarettes, vape pods, and e-liquids. Before you head back to the ship, here are 5 fun facts about Mazatlan that make this destination even more memorable. Quick fact number 1. Mazatlan means land of deer. The city's name comes from the ancient Nahuatl language and reflects the region's rich indigenous history long before Spanish explorers arrived. Quick fact number 2. The Malecon stretches approximately 13 miles along the Pacific Ocean, making it one of the longest waterfront promenades in the world. Quick fact number 3. Mazatlan's famous pulmonías first appeared in 1965 and are found almost nowhere else in the world. What began as a unique local taxi has become one of the city's most recognizable symbols and one of the most enjoyable ways to explore the waterfront. Quick fact number 4. Cerveceria del Pacifico was founded in Mazatlan in 1900. More than a century later, Pacifico remains one of Mexico's most recognized beers and continues to be proudly associated with the city where it all began. Quick fact number 5. Mazatlan is home to one of the world's largest natural shrimp fishing fleets. Fresh shrimp is a cornerstone of the local cuisine, which is why dishes like aguachile and other seafood specialties are so popular throughout the city. Whether you're visiting Mazatlan for the first time or returning for another cruise, we hope this guide has helped you feel more confident about what to expect and how to make the most of your day ashore. If you found this guide helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Cruising with CJ, and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next cruise port guide. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next port.